Once upon a time, there was a crow in a beautiful forest. And the crow was very happy in his life until one day the crow saw a swan. The crow started thinking, I'm so black and ugly, and this swan is so white and beautiful. I'm sure this swan must be the most happiest in the world. The crow went to the swan and asked, Hey swan, you're so beautiful. I'm sure you must be the most happiest in the world. The swan said, Yes, I was, until one day I saw a parrot. I have only one color and parrot has two colors. I'm sure the parrot must be the most happiest in the world. Now the crow went to the parrot and asked, Hey parrot, you're so beautiful. I'm sure you must be the most happiest in the world. The parrot replied, Yes, I was, until one day I saw a peacock. I have only two colors and the peacock has multiple colors. I'm sure the peacock must be the most happiest in the world. Now the crow went to the peacock and asked, Hey peacock, you're so beautiful. And what I observed when I came here is there are hundreds of people waiting to see you every day. I'm sure you must be the most happiest in the world. The peacock replied, Yes, I was, until one day I was put in this cage. What I have observed in this zoo is there are all kinds of birds and animals except for crow. So as per me, crow, that is you, are the most happiest and must be the most happiest in the world because you have the freedom to fly anywhere. This is the story of most of us. Every day we are comparing ourselves with others without realizing what we are blessed with. I worked in the IT world for about 17 years. And what I saw was a software engineer is looking up to the team lead and thinking the team lead must be the most happiest in the world. The team lead is looking up to the manager and thinking the manager must be the most happiest in the world. The manager is now looking up to the CTO or the CXO and thinking he must be the most happiest in the world. Everyone is chasing somebody else's dream. Now, how do we chase our dreams and build our dream career? For a moment, I want you all to close your eyes. And imagine you're following your passion. Imagine you're jumping out of your bed every single morning with high energy, a lot of positivity, and great excitement. Imagine you're spending your entire day working on something you love doing, where you lose track of your time. You don't have to think whether it's a weekday or a weekend. Imagine you going to bed every single night where you have a great feeling of accomplishment. How wonderful that would be. Now you can slowly open your eyes. I know most of you might be thinking, is it possible to lead such kind of a life? My dear friends, yes, it is possible. It is possible to live your dream life. Be it a student, a fresher, a mid-career professional, or an executive in the corporate world, or even an entrepreneur, everyone has a dream. But what happens in reality? When a graduate takes up a job and enters the corporate world, slowly over a period of time, their dreams are lost. But how do you fulfill your dreams and build your dream career? First, let me tell you what is the difference between a job and a career. A job is something you do for money, to earn your livelihood, whereas a career is a long-term endeavor. Career can be seen as a journey of professional goals of an individual. Let me share with you how I started with my job and built my dream career. During my college days, I wanted to become a teacher. In fact, I applied in my own college as a lecturer. Unfortunately, there were no opportunities. My dad wanted me to go to the US and do master's degree because he believed that can give me great opportunities in life. Whereas I was confused, unsure whether to do the master's degree or to pick up a job. I let go many jobs. How many of you can relate to this? Because of not having clarity in your life, you lost many opportunities in your life. It took me 6 months when I lost many opportunities, and then I realized I need to get a job to start off. I picked up the next best thing that came to me. I picked up a job in a call center as a customer service executive. But to my dismay, I was thrown out of the job in less than 2 months because of my poor communication skills. I still recall that day. My eyes were filled with tears. My heart was filled with sorrow. My confidence was completely shattered. And that day, I was feeling like a failure. That was one of the worst days in my life. I took some time, but I recovered and started again in the corporate world. My journey in the corporate world continued in the IT world, from one job to another. And I started working for some of the top companies in the world. I reached a place in my life where I was doing fairly well in my career. I was working as a senior manager and enjoying all the benefits like travel, a nice car, and a comfortable house to live in. But then, an incident shook me, and it changed the entire perspective of my life. I still recall. It was a lazy Sunday afternoon with my family. My dad and I were having a conversation in his bedroom. I could hear my sisters talking to my mom in the living room. As soon as I stepped out of the bedroom, I heard my dad calling my name. I rushed into the bedroom to see my dad was struggling to breathe. I called my mom and sisters. They rushed into the room. We started rubbing his palms and feet. And I called up my brother to get a doctor immediately. And the doctor rushed in to let us know that he was no more. My heart sank. I knew my superhero, my dad, was no more. This incident changed my entire life. I realized one moment a person is with you and the next moment he's gone. And this made me introspect and ask some very important questions to myself. Who am I? What is the meaning of my life? And what is the purpose of life? In the quest of finding answers, I started working with multiple NGOs to serve and give back to society. And then I recalled my dad used to always say, education is the weapon which can transform the world. I wanted to spread this message and educate people. So I started going to schools and colleges in remote villages, guiding students on their careers, motivating and inspiring them. This continued for 2 years until I found my mentor, Dev Gadvi, who helped me find my passion. Through the teachings of my mentor and getting the inspiration from the book, Ikigai, I built a very strong framework called Dream Career Framework, which helped me to build my dream career and can also help you all to build your dream career. So, who would be interested in seeing that framework? Dream Career Framework, which can help all of you to build your dream career framework. Now, let me share with you. The Dream Career Framework has 4 important elements. When you put those 4 elements together, you can also build your dream career. Number 1, personality. Let me share with you how I built my dream career based on my personality. For 13 years in my corporate world, I was working on tools and technology. And then I started realizing my interest started going low in that. I was no more enjoying working on tools and technology. I was just doing it because my job demanded it. But I was not enjoying it at all. So I shifted into project management. I started enjoying this job. And I realized I enjoy working more with people than on tools and technologies. And when I started working with people, this is where I found my passion and my personality, which is connected to my career. The surprising part was, when I took this personality test online, it showed me my personality type is that of a teacher. It took me 17 long years to understand my own personality and understand my values, which are continuous learning, knowledge sharing, and adding values to others' life. When I combined my personality and values, I could build my dream career and identify what is my dream career, which is coaching and mentoring people. Number 2, passion. As per various studies, each individual, an average person, spends about 90,000 hours working in their lifetime, which means 1/3 of our life is spent in working. Now, does it make sense for us to work on something we don't love, or work on something that we love to do? And what is that we love to do? Passion is something that you would love to do. Passion is something that will make you jump out of your bed every single morning. Passion is something which will fill energy in your life. I remember when I was working with IT companies, by the time my day used to end, my energy used to be drained. No energy. I was like, just I could rest. But then, the moment I started working on my passion, all the time I saw my energy is always high. I start my day at 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and I end by 12 in the night. And I see throughout the day my energy is high. And especially when I'm working with my mentees, with my clients, my energy keeps going high. Isn't that passion? Isn't that what keeps people high on energy? And if you are working on your passion, if you do what you love, then you will put 100% of your efforts. And when you put 100% of your efforts, there is no doubt you will get success in your career. Number 3, skills. I recall when I joined my first job, I was thrown out because of my poor communication skills in less than 2 months. At that time, I felt I can never become a good communicator. But then I realized one thing. Communication is a skill. Any skill can be learned and mastered through practice and perseverance. And today, my dear friends, if I'm here in front of you all, it's because I worked on my communication skills. In the last 3 years, I've been able to acquire many other skills like content writing, video editing, book writing, sales, marketing, managing teams, leadership, and many more. And when you work on your skills, you can master them. Year 2015, I recall, there were people with 10, 15, and 20 years of experience who were asked to leave. I was surprised. Some of them were right from the beginning in that company. But then later, when I tried to understand, the people who were asked to leave were the people who were not ready to upgrade their skills. The company was moving with the fast-moving technology, but these people were rigid, and they were not ready to upgrade and upskills. Whether you have a great personality and passion, but if you don't have skills, you can never succeed in your career. So it's important for us to acquire great skills. And number 4 is demand. Personality, passion, and skills are important, but you need to understand what is the demand in the marketplace. Today, if you go to any good website, you will see that you are not talking to a customer service which is a human being. You're talking to a bot. Jobs like data entry are now replaced by robots. If you are working on a career which is not in demand or which is less in demand, there are high chances you will struggle in your career. There would be times when you will feel less motivated and you might give up. I remember this friend of mine during my college days, Rahim. His personality type was that of an engineer. He He was passionate about technology, and we all used to say during college days, this guy is going to excel in his career. And that happened. Rahim excelled in his career during the beginning stages because he was good at technology. He was good at coding. He was working in the infrastructure space. But at one point of time, Rahim realized the infrastructure jobs are being replaced by, again, robots. Automation is taking over the jobs. Now, Rahim was smart. He understood the demand in the marketplace. What he did is, he shifted into automation. He upgraded his skills, and he saw where the demand is. And once he joined the organization and the teams where there was demand, his career continued on a path where he was growing all the time. So you always need to understand the demand in the marketplace. To summarize, my dear friends, the 4 important elements that you need to understand to build your dream career. Number 1, personality. When you are looking at your personality, you need to know who you are to become who you want to be. Number 2 is passion. If you are doing something you love, you will always give your best to that. And when you give your best, there is no doubt you will always become successful in your career. Number 3, skills. Passion and personality is important. But as long as you are not upgrading and upskilling yourself and mastering those skills, you cannot become successful in that career. And demand is something you need to always look at. And if you have to become successful, you need to become agile and adaptable and adapt to the demands. I want to leave you all with this thought today. Dreams don't come true by thinking about them. Dreams come true by working on them. Thank you.